I would say what's probably made me the most amount of money of anything is just understanding where my focus needs to be and understanding that most of the results that you get, and not the work that you do, but the results from your work actually come from a small percentage of the things that you do. And so how can you systematize, operate, improve, hire people around everything else that is not the one thing that you can do that's going to make you the highest outsized returns? And that's what's tough when you're just starting a business, is you can't hire people to solve your problems. You probably don't have the skill to systematize things to operate at a higher level. You don't know what you don't know, and you probably don't know what actually makes you the most money, because you don't really have a business, you just have a skill that's probably not that good, and it's okay, and you continue to get better at it, but you also need more clients to get better at it, and it's really sucks and it's tough. But once you power through that for a few years and you actually get past the hump and you're running a business and you have hired people and you have, let's say, basic systems within the business, there is going to be something that you can do that is going to have the highest outsized returns on bringing in more money for the business. That could be actually going out and getting new clients. That could be doing some unique servicing. That could be, it doesn't matter. You one have to understand your personality type. If you have a personality type where you are incredibly good with people at, let's say, attracting incredible talent that wants to work for you, that is an incredible one thing that you could be very good at that would have the highest outsized returns, because it's not what you have to do. It could just be who do you have to find to do that thing. You could just be exceptionally good at something, but is it that trainable? Can you have someone else do that? You need more time to be able to think and envision where the business is going to go. I know that anytime I have like a few days to really just sit down and think and not do anything, I always have ideas that could 10x the business. And that sounds crazy to 99% of people, but anyone that runs a business, if you take some time off and you are not working the 15-hour days that you're used to working, and you can take a step back, you actually see the things that you're missing. Or at least I do. I'm not going to say every single person's in this camp, but I know that when I take a step back, I know what needs to get done. And so I've been working very much so in the business like fucking crazy, like a fucking nutcase recently. And I think we're almost at the point where I'm not going to have to work as much, because we have incredible people in place that are going to be able to do a lot of that work. And then we're building out the systems to make sure that it happens. But whenever you bring on a new sector to the business, it's going to take a lot of upfront time and a lot of capital, and it's going to shake things up. But that's what's exciting. So let me just give you a real tangible example from what, like, let's say how I've progressed. The first thing was just helping people with helping them grow on YouTube. And that was it. That was pretty much it. And then it turned into helping people grow on YouTube and then build out back-end funnels. We started to do webinars. We started to turn helping them grow on YouTube to helping them monetize it. And then it was working with a lot of large businesses and building out their like entire YouTube teams for all of this. And I was doing all of it. And now it's all social media, as well as 100% point of sale close from every single lead that we get. So that is substantial different. That is a lot more value. There's a lot more things going on there. And it sounds easy to say, but the complexities that goes into that for every single lead that you get from any platform, making sure that you can get the point of sale and not just getting more leads, but actually closing those leads and then nurturing all leads and continuing to nurture and nurture and nurture and then exploring other opportunities for those leads to go. It's easy to say that, but it's hard to do. Like, there's complexities in it. There's a lot of shit that needs to get built out. And then something that I've been focusing a lot of my time on is, since I work with so many large business owners and a lot of people in finance, we're doing like 20 million long form YouTube and podcast views per month. That is substantial. I don't think people realize how many views that is from a long-term perspective. That is worth a ton of sponsorship revenue. And so because we started to build stuff out, I got to step back and see where are some holes that we could monetize and make more money. And so the biggest thing was the sponsorship company. And so that's what I've been spending a lot of time on, building that out for the current clients that I have. But what I'm going to do is find someone that I can hire and start a full-blown sponsorship company, because I had such a hard time doing this. There's going to be so many other people that would have a wildly hard time, and I can just offer this to tons of people. I know all the creators in the space, in the finance space, in the business space. I know all of them. And so I can just start to be their ad agency that runs their entire sponsorship program, right? That is another avenue to the business that makes you more irreplaceable to all your other clients. But then you can now get all the, let's say I can take on another 10 different sponsorship clients that would make a ton of money. Those people, because I know that I can bring them a lot of money, I would also say, hey, we can also triple your views, and then we can get 3 times more sponsorship money. And so then we would actually attract, because of this new sponsorship company, we're going to attract more people to the other business, which it's just, I would say, 2 verticals of the same business that can both attract other customers. So pretty soon, and by pretty soon, I mean within the next 60 days, I would love to hire someone full-time where this is their entire job of just getting and managing the sponsorship company. So that is a big thing. And I know if I step back, I already know another move that we could make that could make another massive impact on the business, and that would be setting up an affiliate network. And an affiliate network is just other people that sell your product for you. And there's tons of different affiliates in this world that, let's say, have audiences, don't have products. There's people that just, they understand how to drive cold traffic and sell products, but they don't have a product, but they're looking to sell good products. It's a mega large industry. And I know 2 main businesses, or actually I know tons of businesses where their entire revenue source is mainly through affiliates. There's one person in particular where they make about $4 million per year in profit that is run 100% through their affiliate network. All they have is someone that finds and gets affiliates, and then those affiliates sell this person's research product for them. And he's a hedge fund manager, and he gets a ton of leads. He doesn't post on anywhere. He has no social media. Not many people would know who he is, but he gets so many sales because he has other people selling his product for him. So all he does is do the servicing. So if I could set up let's say someone that started to reach out and run an affiliate network, that is a massive value add that I could incorporate for every single one of my clients, and then I could incorporate that for anyone else that we take on. So that would be a catastrophic revenue source of other people selling your products for you at all times. And it would work better because all of the people I work with already have massive audiences. It would be easier to sell their stuff. And then along with the sponsorships and all these other things, we would be able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month per client, which I prefer this model of having, let's say, 10 to 20 clients of exceptional people that you work with and just make more and more money with them instead of taking on tons and tons of new clients. You could either have 10 clients that pay you $10,000 per month or 1 client that pays you $100,000 per month. And you could say, well, you have 1 point of fail if you lose that 1 client. That's why you have to have a way to get more whale clients, which I do. And I have exceptional relationships with every single one of my clients. So anyway, another thing that we would want to do is partner up with someone that's really good at ad spend and running paid ads for all these people that I work with and offer that as another service. But these are all long-term things that we would want to do to add and provide more and more value. But the only way that's possible is when I have time to step back and work on building around the business and not forced to work 15 hours per day. Because I could think, okay, what could I do that would have the highest outsized return? And so this is a long-winded way of saying you got to focus on the things that really move the needle, right? I could just focusing on very small things of like the servicing aspect of the business, but that is not growing the business. That is not going to get us to, let's say, $50 million per year in revenue. And I'm just throwing that number out there, but you gotta fucking think about these things and expand. And I do know another play that we actually want to focus on that is the highest leverage opportunity that is only possible if I have more free time. And then I can also free up some other people's time. These are the things that I need to focus on as a leader. Is how can we do this to where the business can make so much more money and we can grow at a much faster rate, right? Anyway, I'm pretty low energy right now, but we're getting shit in. We're getting shit in. I make these stupid videos every day. I've actually been making a lot of videos. I don't even look at the channel, so I have no clue if people even watch these. I honestly hate it when I find out that people do because it's fun to make, but it's awkward fucking just talking to myself on a camera. All I do is send these videos to Jan, and then I don't know what happens after. And so we either have fucking 2 followers, 2,000. I don't know. I have absolutely no clue.